Hello students, welcome to Physics Talks. Myself Sam. I started a new series, chapter-wise most important questions in physics for NEET 2021. This series helps you to score more in physics. This is the first part of this series, and in this video I will discuss some expected questions for NEET 2021 on unit, dimension and measurement. So let's get started. Here is the first question. The unit of Stefan-Boltzmann constant is. Now we all know energy radiation per unit area per unit time E is given by sigma to the power 4, where sigma is the Stefan-Boltzmann constant and T is the absolute temperature. Now sigma equals to E upon 2 to the power 4, which gives energy by area into time into temperature to the power 4, which gives the unit joule per meter square into second Kelvin to the power 4. Joule per second gives watt, so this gives watt per meter square Kelvin to the power 4. So the correct option is option A. Next question. What is the dimensional formula of a magnetic field B in terms of C, M, L and T, where C is Coulomb? Now we all know magnetic force for a moving charge particle F M equals to Q V B sin theta, where Q is the charge of the particle, V is the velocity and theta is the angle between velocity vector and B vector. Now B equals to F M by Q V sin theta. The dimensional formula of F is ML T minus 2. Dimensional formula of Q is taken as C and V as LT minus 1, and sin theta is a dimensionless quantity, so the dimension is ML0 T minus 1 C minus 1. So this is the dimensional formula of B in terms of C. So the correct option is option B. Next question. Which of the following pair of quantities have same dimension? Now force is given by mass into acceleration, which gives the dimension as MLT minus 2. Work done is equals to force into displacement, which gives the dimension as ML square T minus 2. Momentum is given by mass into velocity, which gives the dimension as MLT minus 1, and impulse is given by force into time, which gives ml t minus 2 into t equals to ml t minus 1. Now pressure and stress have same dimensional formula, which is given by ml inverse t minus 2, and surface tension is force by length, which gives the dimension as mt minus 2. So momentum and impulse has same dimensional formula as mlt minus t1. So the pair which have the same dimension is momentum and impulse. So the option B is correct. Next question. The only mechanical quantity which have negative dimension of mass. Now angular momentum L equals to mvr, which gives the dimension as ml square t minus 1. Torque is equals to force into distance, which gives the dimension as ml square t minus 2. Thermal conductivity has the dimensional formula as ml t minus 3 theta minus 1, and the gravitational constant has the dimensional formula as m inverse L cube t minus 2. So here m has negative dimension, so the correct option is gravitational constant. Next question. The dimensional formula of this constant. Now we all know velocity of EM wave or velocity of light in free space, c equals to 1 by root over mu naught epsilon naught, where mu naught is permeability of free space and epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Now c square equals to 1 by mu naught epsilon naught, and mu naught epsilon naught equals to 1 by c square. Now the constant mu naught epsilon naught by v equals to 1 by c square into v, which gives 1 by lt minus 1 whole square into lt minus 1, which gives L minus 3 t cube. So the correct option is option C. Next question. The dimensional formula of 1 by epsilon naught e square by HCr. Now we all know the force between two electrons at a distance r is given by Coulomb's law, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught e square by r square. Now e square by epsilon naught equals to 4 pi r square into f. Also energy E equals to given by hc by lambda, or hc equals to E into lambda. So the given constant 1 by epsilon naught e square by hc equals to 4 pi r square f by E into lambda, which gives L square into ml t minus 2 by ml square t minus 2 into L, which is m0 L0 t0. So this constant is a dimensionless one, so the correct option is option C. Next question. how are the numerical value n and unit u of a physical quantity related? Now the relation between numerical value and unit u is given by nu is constant, or n1 u1 equals to n2 u2. For example, 1 kg equals to 1000 gram. This equation always holds, and this is the n1, this is the u1, this is n2, and this is u2. So the relation is n proportional to 1 by u. So the correct option is option C. Next question: if the mass is measured in unit of alpha kg, length in beta meter, and time in gamma second, then the value of 1 calorie would be. Now we know that 1 calorie equals to 4.2 joule in SI unit. Now we have to find 1 joule equals to what amount in new unit. Let us take 1 joule equals to x in new unit. Now 1 joule is written as m1 l1 square t1 to the power minus 2, where x into new unit is written as m2 l2 square t2 to the power minus 2. Now x is given by m1 by m2 into l1 by l2 square and t1 by t2 whole to the power minus 2, which gives m1 is given by 1 kg, m2 is in new system which is given by alpha kg, l1 is 1 meter, l2 which is given in new system which is beta meter, and t is given by t1 is 1 second and t2 is gamma second to the power minus 2, which gives alpha inverse beta minus 2 gamma square. So 1 joule is this quantity, so we have 1 calorie equals to 4.2 into alpha inverse beta to the power minus 2 gamma square. So this is the relation. So the correct option is option B. Next question: if dimension of A and B are different, then which of the following operation is valid? Now if A and B is different, so then only divided or division or multiplication is possible, but addition or subtraction is not possible. So the correct option is A by B. Now in the B option, e to the power minus A by B is a dimensionless quantity, and also here A by B should be a dimensionless one, but as A and B have different units, so A by B is not a dimensionless quantity, so this operation is not valid. So the correct option is option A. Next question: with usual notation, the following equation said to give the distance covered in nth second is Sn equals to u plus half a to t minus 1. Which option is correct? Now Sn is given by distance covered in nth second, which have the dimension as L by T or LT minus 1. U is the initial velocity which have dimension LT minus 1. Now half A to T minus 1 has a dimension as LT minus 2 into T, which gives LT minus 1. So the all quantity have the same dimension. So this equation is dimensionally correct and also mathematically correct. So the correct option is option C. This equation is both dimensionally and numerically correct. Next question. A book of many printing errors contains 4 different formulas for displacement y of a particle undergoing a certain periodic motion. These 4 equations are given, where A is the maximum amplitude, B is the speed of the particle, T is the time period. So which are the correct options? Now A is amplitude which have dimension L, Y is displacement which has dimension L, V is velocity which has dimension LT minus 1, and T is time period which has dimension T. Now all we know, sine function or cosine function is a dimensionless one, and the theta is a dimensionless quantity. Now we have to check all the thetas here if they are dimensionless or not. Now for the first option, 2 pi t divided by t is t by t equals to 1. So it is the dimensionless one. For the second one, Vt equals to Lt minus 1 into t equals to L, which is not dimensionless. So this equation is wrong. Now third one, theta is t by a. Now t by a equals to t by L, TL inverse, which is not dimensionless. So this equation is also wrong. The last equation here, theta is given by 2 pi t by t. Now 2 pi t by t equals to t by t equals to 1, which is dimensionless. So the option 1 and 4 is the correct one. So the right options should be option B. Both 1 and 4 is correct. Next question. The speed v of refill on the surface of water depends on surface tension sigma, density rho, and wavelength lambda. The square of the speed v square is proportional to. Now let us take v square is related as sigma to the power x, rho to the power y, lambda to the power z. Now we have to find x, y and z such that we have given the relation between v square, sigma, rho and lambda. Now if we put the all dimensional formulas here, we get LT minus 1 to square equals to surface tension as the dimension as MT minus 2 to the power x, rho has the dimensional formula as ML minus 3 to the power y, and lambda has the dimension as L to the power z, which gives m to the power x plus y, L to the power minus 3y plus z, and t to the power minus 2x. Then the left hand side is given by m0 L square t minus 2. Now comparing the power of the dimensions, we have x plus y equals to 0, minus 3y plus z equals to 2, minus 2x equals to 2, which gives x equals to minus 1. So y equals to minus of x, so y is given by 1. Now minus 2x is minus 2, so x is plus 1 and y is minus 1. Now z is given by 2 plus of 3y equals to 2 minus of 3 equals to minus 1. So x is given by 1, y is minus 1 and z is minus 1. So the relation is v square proportional to sigma rho to the power minus 1 lambda to the power minus 1, or v square proportional to sigma by rho lambda. So the correct option is option A. Next question. If the capacitance of a nanocapacitor is measured in unit U, made by combining the electric charge E, Bohr radius A0, Planck's constant H and velocity of light C, then which is the correct one? Now let us take the relation is given by U equals to e to the power P, A0 to the power Q, H to the power R and C to the power S. Now we have to find the values of P, Q, R and S. Thus we get the relation between these constants. Now putting the dimensional formula, capacitance have the dimensional formula as M inverse L minus 2 t to the power 4 A square. E has the dimensional formula as AT to the power P. A0 has the dimensional formula L to the power Q. H has the dimensional formula as ml square t minus 1 to the power R, and C has the dimensional formula as power S, which gives m to the power R, L to the power Q plus 2R plus S, T to the power P minus R minus S, A to the power P. Now comparing the powers, we have P equals to 2, Q equals to 1, R equals to minus 1 and S equals to minus 1. S equals to minus 1. So the relation is given by U equals to E square A0 H minus 1 C minus 1, which gives U equals to E square A0 by HC. So the correct option is option D. Next question. If energy E, velocity V and time t are chosen as fundamental quantities, the dimensional formula of surface tension. Surface tension S equals to, it is written as e to the power x, b to the power y, e to the power z. Now put the dimensional formula of these quantities. We have dimensional formula of surface tension is mt minus 2 equals to, dimensional formula of energy is mlt minus 2 whole to the power x, dimensional formula of velocity is lt minus 1 whole to the power y, and dimensional formula of time is t to the power z, which gives m to the power x, l to the power 2x plus y to the power minus 2x minus y plus z. Now the left hand side is given by m L0 t to the power minus 2. So comparing both sides, we have x equals to 1, 2x plus y equals to 0. So y equals to minus 2x, which gives y equals to minus 2, and minus 2x minus y plus z equals to 0. Minus 2 plus 2 plus z equals to 0. Sorry, this is minus 2, this is minus 2. So z is given by minus 2. So s is written as e to the power x, b to the power y, and t to the power z. So the correct option is option B. Next question. A physical quantity of the dimensions of length can be formed out of Cg and E square by 4 pi epsilon naught, where these are the constants. We have to find the relation between these terms. Now let us take length L is given in terms of this quantity as L equals to c to the power x, g to the power y, and E square by 4 pi epsilon naught to the power z. Here E square, here force between two electrons at a distance r is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square by r square. Now E square by 4 pi epsilon naught is given by f into r square, which gives the dimension as ml cube t minus 1. Now putting the all dimensions in this equation, we have L equals to dimensional formula of velocity is lt minus 1 whole to the power x. Dimensional formula of g is m inverse L cube t minus 2 whole to the power y, and dimensional formula of this is given as ml cube minus t minus 1 to the power z, which gives m to the power minus y plus z, t to the power L to the power x plus 3y plus 3z, and t to the power minus x minus 2y minus z, which gives the solution as x equals to minus 2, y equals to z equals to half. So the relation of length and these quantities are L equals to c minus 2 and g to the power half E square by 4 pi epsilon 0 to the power half, which gives 1 by c square g into E square by 4 pi epsilon naught whole to the power half. So the correct option is option D. Next question. A student determines a dimensional quantity B equals to this. Now B is a dimensionless one, dimensionless quantity. So we have to find the values of n. Now putting this equation, we have B equals to e to the power n by 2 epsilon naught hc. Putting the values m0, l0, t0, a0, e is given as 80 to the power n by epsilon 0 is given as m inverse l minus 3 t to the power 4 a square. H is given as ml square t minus 1, and c is given as lt minus 1, which gives at to the power n equals to a square t square. So n equals to 2. So the correct option is option C, n equals to 2. Next question, if the unit of force is 100 Newton, unit of length is 10 meter, and unit of mass time is 100 seconds. Now what is the unit of mass? Now we have F as mlt minus 2. Now mass is given by force by length time to the power minus 2. So here force is 100 Newton, length is 10 meter, and time is 100 second to the power minus 2. So this is given by 10 into 10 to the power 4, which gives 10 to the power 5. So mass is given by 10 to the power 5 kg. So the right option is option C. Next question, the equation of state of some gases can be expressed as P plus A by V square V minus B equals to RT. We have to find the dimensional formulas of A. Now P plus A by V square is pressure. So P and A by V square is dimensionally equal. Now A equals to PV square, which gives mlt minus ml inverse t minus 2 into L cube square, which gives ml inverse t minus 2 into L6, which gives the dimensional formula as ml5 t minus 2. So the correct option is option A. Next question, the equation is given by xt equals to v0 by beta 1 minus e to the power minus beta t. We have to find the dimensional formula of v0 and beta. Now e to the power exponential function is a dimensionless quantity, and the power is also a dimensionless quantity. Now we have beta t is dimensionless, so beta equals to 1 by t or beta equals to t inverse. So the dimension of beta is t inverse. Now xt equals to v0 by beta, or v0 equals to beta into x, which gives L t minus 1. So the dimensional formula of v0 is Lt minus 1. So the correct option is option A. Next question, the distance traveled by an object is given by this equation. We have to find the dimensional formula of B and C. Here A, B, C are all constants. Now the equation is written as x equals to at plus bt square by c plus a. Now we have to write dimensional formula of x is equals to dimensional formula of at is equals to dimensional formula of bt square by c plus a. From this we have at equals to x and a equals to x by t, which gives L by t or Lt minus 1. So dimensional formula of a is Lt minus 1. Now a and c are added, so these have same dimensional formula. So a equals to c equals to Lt minus 1. So c have the dimensional formula as Lt minus 1. Now bt square by c equals to x. Now b equals to cx by t square. Now c has dimensional formula as Lt minus 1, x is L or t is t square, so which gives L square T minus 3. So the dimensional formula of B is L square T minus 3 and C is LT minus 1. So the correct option is option 2. Next question. The equation of the stationary wave is given as y equals to 2a sin 2 pi ct by lambda cos 2 pi x by lambda. Which of the following statement is wrong? Now we have sine or cosine functions is a dimensionless one and the theta is a dimensionless quantity. So here 2 pi ct by lambda and 2 pi x by lambda is dimensionless. So option 3 is a correct statement. Now 2 pi ct by lambda equals to 1 because it is a dimensionless quantity. So ct equals to lambda, as 2 pi has no dimension, it is a constant. So option 1 is also a correct statement. Now from 2 pi x by lambda is equals to 1, so x equals to lambda, so the unit of x and lambda is same, so this is also a correct option. So the wrong statement is option 4. So option 4 is the correct answer. Next question. Dimensional formula of unknown quantity phi equals to this. We have to find the dimensional formula of m. Here m is mass, a is acceleration, which have the dimensional formula as lt minus 2, l is the length, which have dimensional formula as l. Now phi equals to ma by alpha log 1 plus alpha l by ma. Now this term is dimensionless one and also this term is dimensionless one. So 1 plus alpha l by ma is dimensionless or alpha l by ma is dimensionless. So alpha l by ma equals to 1 or alpha l equals to ma, which gives alpha equals to ma by l. Now dimensional formula of phi is given as ma by alpha, which gives ma by ma upon l, this equals to l. So phi has the dimensional formula as l, which is written as m0 l t0. So the correct option is option C. Next question. If x and t represent distance and time, so find the dimensional formula of this. Now x is l, t is time. Now velocity v is dx by dt, which gives l by t equals to lt minus 1. Acceleration is d2x by dt2, lt minus 2. So we can write dnx by dt to the power n has the dimension as l by t to the power n equals to lt minus n. So this term has the dimension as l by t to the power 2021. This gives l to the power minus of 2021. So the correct option is option B. Next question. Here is integration. We have to find the values of n. Find the values of n. Now we have to find dimensional formula of x first. Now here 2ax has the equal dimension as x square. Now a is similar to x, or a and x has same dimensional formula. Now dx by root over of 2ax minus x square, which gives x by root over of x square, which gives 1. So this integration is a dimensionless quantity. So the left hand side is dimensionless, so the right hand side also is a dimensionless quantity. So a to the power n sin inverse x minus a by a is dimensionless quantity. Now we have know the sine functions are dimensionless, so a to the power n equals to 1, or this gives a to the power 0, so n equals to 0. So the value of n is 0. So the correct option is option B. Next question. The order of magnitude of 499 and 501 are respectively. Now if a number n is written as small n into 10 to the power x, then x is called order of magnitude if this small n lie between 0.5 and 5. Now the first number 499 is written as 4.99 into 10 square. So this number is lie between 0.5 and 5. So the order of magnitude is 2 here. Now for 501 we have to write 0.501 into 10 to the power 3, so that this number is lie between 0.5 to 5. So here the order of magnitude is 3. So the correct option is option A, 2 and 3. Next question. The respective number of significant figures for these three numbers. Now 23.023 has 5 significant digits, 0.0003 has 1 significant digit, 2.1 and 10 to the power minus 3 has 2 significant digit. In the second number 0 are not significant, so the correct option is 5, 1 and 2, and the option is A. Next question. Which is the more accurate measurement of a length? Now which have most significant digit is the most accurate measurement. Most significant digit equals to most accurate measurement. Accurate measurement. Here 10 semi has 2 significant digit, 10.0 semi has 3 significant digit, 10.00 semi has 4 significant digit, 10.000 semi has 5 significant digit. So option D is the more accurate. Next question. There are 4 data given. A equals to 5.00 meter, B equals to 5.00 centimeter, C equals to 50.00 meter, and D equals to 5.00 millimeter. Now which of the more significant digit is the more accurate? So 50.00 has the 4 significant digit, so it is the most accurate measurement, and the most precise is which have least value. So 5.00 is the smallest value here, so 5.00 is the most precise value. So most precise is of D and most accurate is C. So the correct option is option B, most precise D and most accurate is C. Next question, two numbers are given by A equals to 0.92 and B equals to 0.08. Find the significant figures of A plus B, A minus B, A into B and A by B. Now A plus B equals to 0.92 by 0.08, which gives 1.00. The significant digit is 3. For A minus B, 0.92 minus 0.08, which gives 0.84. So that significant digit is 2. A into B is given as 0.92 into 0.08, which gives 0.0736, but the answer is written as 0.07, as this number has one significant digit, so the answer should be in one significant digit. So the significant digit of multiplication is 1, and A by B is given as 0.92 by 0.08, which gives 11.5, which is written as, but the answer is written as 10, as the 0.08 has one significant digit, so the answer should be in one significant digit. So the division is also has the one significant digit. So the correct option is 3211. So the option is option C. Next question, choose an incorrect statements out of the following. First option, every measurement by a measuring instrument has some error. It is a correct statement. Every calculated physical quantity that is based on measured values have some error. It is also a correct statement. A measurement can have more accuracy but less precision, and vice versa. This is also a correct statement. The percentage error is different from relative error. It is a wrong statement or incorrect statement, so the right option is option D, as the percentage and relative error is given as delta x by x into 100%, and relative error is delta x by x. So these are the same quantity. So the correct option is option D. Next question, the focal length of a mirror is given by this formula. Now which is the correct one? Now 1 by f is given as 1 by u plus 1 by v, or f equals to uv by u plus v. Now relative error of f is given as delta u by u, delta v by v plus delta u plus v by u plus of v, which gives delta u by u, delta v by v plus delta u by u plus v plus delta v by u plus v. The correct option is option D. Next question, the time period of a pendulum, simple pendulum, is given by this equation. Here L is 100 centimeter and is known to have 1 millimeter accuracy. The period is 2 seconds. The time of 100 oscillation is measured stopwatch at least count, which has the least count 0.1 second. Now we have to find the percentage error in G. Now here L is given as 100 centimeter, error in length which is 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. Total time each time period into number of oscillations equals to 200 second, and error in measurement of time is 0.1 second. Now t equals to 2 pi root over of L by G. Now squaring both sides, we have t square equals to 4 pi square L by G. Now G equals to 4 pi square L by t square. Now percentage error in G is given as delta L by L into 100 plus 2 delta t by t into 100, which gives 0.1 by 100 into 100 plus 2 into 0.1 by 200 into 100, which gives 0.1 plus 0.1 equals to 0.2%. So the percentage error in G is 0.2%. The correct option is option C. Next question. Here resistance is given by V by I, where V is the 100 plus minus 5 volt and I is the 10 plus minus 0.2 ampere. So here V is given by 100 volts, error in voltage is plus minus 5 voltage, current is given as 10 ampere and delta I is given as 0.2 ampere. So the resistance R is V by I and percentage error in measurement of R is given as delta R by R into 100%, which gives delta V by V into 100% plus delta I by I into 100%, which gives 5 by 100 into 100% plus 0.2 by 10 into 100%, which gives 5 plus 2%. So the error in resistance is 7%. The correct option is option B. Next question. Error in measurement of radius is 1%. So here given that delta R by R into 100% is given as 1%. Now volume of the sphere is given as 4/3 pi R whole cube. Now delta V by V into 100% is equals to 3 delta R by R into 100%, which gives 3 into 1% or 3%. So the error in volume is 3%. So the correct option is option B. Next question. A quantity P is given as root of ABC square by D cube to the power 1/3, which is written as A to the power half B to the power half C by D cube C to the power half to the power 1/3. Now delta P by P into 100% is equals to half delta A by A into 100% plus half delta B by B into 100% plus delta C by C into 100% plus 3 delta D by D into 100% plus 1/3 delta E by E into 100%. Now percentage error of A is given as 2%, which gives half into 2% plus percentage error in B is 3%, percentage error in C is 2%, percentage error in D is 1%, and percentage error in E is 6%, which gives 1%, 3/2%, plus 2% plus 3% plus 2%. So the lowest error is form A. So the minimum amount of error is contributed by measurement of A. So the correct option is option 2. Next question. The current voltage relation of a diode is given as by the equation. Here V is a voltage, T is a temperature in Kelvin. The student makes an error in measuring voltage is 0.01 volt while measuring the current of 5 milliampere at 300k. Then what will be the error in current in milliampere? Now here T equals to 300k, I equals to 5 milliampere, delta V equals to 0.01 volt. Now I equals to e to the power 1000 V by T minus 1 or e to the power 1000 V by T equals to I plus 1 equals to 5 plus 1 equals to 6 milliampere equals to 6. Now I is given as e to the power 1000 V by T minus 1. Now delta I by delta V equals to 1000 by T e to the power 1000 V by T, which gives delta I equals to 1000 by temperature 300 e to the power 1000 V by T is gives as 6 milliampere, 6 into delta V 0.01. So the measurement error in current is given as 0.2 milliampere. So the correct option is option C. Next question. A student measured a length of a rod and wrote it is as 3.50 centimeter. Which instrument did he use to measure it? Now 3.50 has 3 significant digits. So the instrument which has least count of 3 significant digit is the most accurate, which can measure up to 3 digit is most accurate. Now for a metal scale, least count is 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. So it can measure up to 1 decimal number up after this point. Now vernier calipers of 10 division of vernier scale matches with 9 division in main scale has 10 divisions in 1 centimeter. So here the least count is given as 1 minus 9 by 10 into 1 by 10 centimeter, so which gives 0.01 centimeter. So it measure up to 2 decimal after point, and the value which the student is wrote, it is also has the 2 digit after this point. So this is the correct instrument to measure, but the option C has the least count as 1 millimeter by 50, which is 0.1 by 50 centimeter, which is 0.002 centimeter, and the option D has the least count as 1 millimeter by 100 division, so which gives 0.001 centimeter. So the correct instrument is vernier calipers with least count 0.01 centimeter, which measures up to 2 digits after this point. Next question. In a vernier calipers, n divisions of vernier scale coincide with n minus 1 division of main scale, in which one division of represent is 1 millimeter. So the least count or vernier constant is given as 1 minus number of vernier scale which coincide with number of main scale division into smallest division in small scale, which gives 1 by n into 1 millimeter equals to 1 by n into 1 by 10 centimeter equals to 1 by 10n centimeter. The correct option is option D. Next question. There are two vernier calipers, both of which have one semi divided into 10 equal divisions of small scale. Now the smallest division of small scale is given by 1 by 10 millimeter, 1 by 10 centimeter or 0.1 centimeter. Now for the first vernier C1, 10 equal divisions, that corresponds to 9 main scale division. So the least count is, or vernier constant is 1 minus 9 by 10 into smallest division of main scale, which is 0.1 centimeter, which gives 0.01 centimeter. Now here main scale reading is given by this. So this value gives 2.8. So here the main scale reading MSR is given as 2.8 centimeter, and the vernier scale reading is the number which coincide with main scale, which is 7. So the vernier scale reading is 7. So the reading is R equals to MSR plus VSR into VC, which gives 2.8 plus 7 into 0.01 equals to 2.87 centimeter. This is the value of the first vernier scale. For the second scale C2, vernier constant is given by, here for C2, 10 equal divisions, that corresponds to 11 main scale division, which gives 1 minus 11 by 10 into 0.01 centimeter, which gives minus of, this is 0.1 centimeter. This is 0.1 centimeter, so it gives minus of 0.01 centimeter. Now here MSR is the maximum value of this reading, which is this value, this is 2.9. So the MSR is 2.9 and VSR is 7. So the reading is MSR plus VSR into VC, where VC is the vernier constant. Here MSR is 2.9, VSR is 7 into minus of 0.01, which gives 2.9 minus 0.07, which gives 2.83 centimeter. So in C2 the result is 2.83 and in C1 result is 2.87 centimeter. So the correct option is option B. Next question. There are two diagrams. We have to find the diameter of the sphere. Here screw pitch is given by 0.5 millimeter. So least count is screw pitch by number of circular scale division, which gives 0.01 millimeter. Now the main scale reading MSR is 2. This can be written as 2 into screw pitch, which is 2 into 0.5 equals to 1 millimeter. Or here the vernier scale reading is 25 here. So the vernier circular scale reading is 25 here. So the circular scale reading is 25 and the error is here is 5. So error equals to 5 into screw pitch, 5 into least count, which gives 5 into 0.01 or 0.05 centimeter. So the diameter is given as MSR plus CSR into least count minus error, where MSR is main scale reading, which is 1 millimeter, plus CSR is 25, least count is 0.01 millimeter and error is 0.05 millimeter, which gives 1.25 minus 0.05 millimeter. So the result is 1.2 millimeter. The diameter of the ball is 1.2 millimeter. So the correct option is option A.